What's going on, guys? Trav here, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to talk some football. The NFL playoffs begin today as it is wild card weekend, and we are going to discuss who I think is going to win the Super Bowl, as well as just go over the bracket that I have made with all of the games. Before we get into today's video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of the support. I really appreciate it. I would also like to clarify that I am from Philadelphia, and as you can see by the jersey that I am wearing, I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan, so there is a little bit of bias, but we are going to go over my picks and let's hop right into it. I have a bracket on my iPad, which is sitting right below here. The NFL gets a little wonky in the playoffs where the bracket reshuffles based on seeding. The number one seed will always play the lowest seeded team in the divisional round. I am not going to put a recurring bracket up in the top left or top right. I forget which side I put it in, but in the top corner, just because it's going to be a little bit difficult to edit in. And at the end of the video, I will put up a picture of my full bracket. So let's hop right into the bracketing. We are going to start on the NFC side of the bracket, go through the whole wildcard weekend, and then go to the AFC wildcard weekend, and so on and so forth. Let's start with the number 5 seed LA Rams versus the number 4 seed Carolina Panthers. I got the Carolina Panthers. Even though the Carolina Panthers are the higher seed, technically I believe they are the underdogs in this game. The next matchup is between the number 6 seed San Francisco 49ers versus the number 3 seed Philadelphia Eagles. And I think the Eagles are going to figure it out and they're going to win, and it's going to be a statement win. And that's what I hope. If not, fire Kevin Petula, fire Nick Sirianni. I want both of those guys off of my team. If they look terrible again this week, I don't like them. I know Nick Sirianni has been in 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls, but he's just been super disappointing this year, and it just seems like if he doesn't have good coordinators, he is just useless. So what is the point of even keeping him? Our final matchup of the NFC wildcard weekend is the number 7 seed Green Bay Packers versus the number 2 seed Chicago Bears. And this game is going to be super, super interesting. They are obviously divisional rivals, and it was a very heated division race between the two of them. But I have the Green Bay Packers beating the Chicago Bears. So that'll be a super fun game to watch, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, let's hop over to the AFC side of things. The first matchup I have on my bracket is the number 5 seed Houston Texans versus the number 4 seed Pittsburgh Steelers. I think this is a no-brainer, and I apologize to all of my Pittsburgh fans, but Pittsburgh barely got into the playoffs, and I don't think they stand a chance against the Houston Texans. I believe the Texans have the number 1 defense, or one of the top couple defenses in the league, and even though their offense has been slow, their defense has just carried the weight for their team this year. So that's why I have them winning the game. Next matchup is between the number 6 seed Bills and the number 3 seed Jacksonville Jaguars. This one I think is also a no-brainer. While the Bills and Jaguars have had great playoff games in the past, I think the Bills are going to run away with this one and beat the Jaguars. And finally, for our final game of the wildcard weekend in the AFC and wildcard weekend as a whole, the number 7 seed Chargers versus the number 2 seed Patriots. I have the Patriots winning this one. Let's see if Drake May is legit and can handle the playoffs. So that was our first round. We are going to now hop over to the divisional round and get back to the NFC side, and let's start there. First matchup I have is Packers-Seahawks. I think my boy Sam Darnold has what it takes to beat the Packers, so I am picking the Seahawks. Just in case you guys didn't know, huge Sam Darnold guy. On the bottom half of that side of the bracket, we have the Eagles versus the Panthers, and again, I think the Eagles win. I think they figure it out against the 49ers and just have momentum run. On the AFC side, for the divisional round, we have the Bills versus the Broncos. As I am a Bo Lever, I have Bo Nix and the Broncos beating the Bills. And finally, our final matchup for the divisional weekend, we have the Patriots versus the Texans. Again, I think the Texans defense just carries and the Texans win that game. Now let's go to our NFC Championship game. Obviously, we have the Seahawks versus the Eagles, and I have the Eagles winning it in Seattle, as that would be a Seattle home game. Would be quite the upset, but I think they have what it takes. On the AFC side, we have the Broncos versus the Texans, and I think Bo Nix and the Broncos prevail and go on to win and go to the Super Bowl. So from the beginning of the season, my dream Super Bowl was Eagles-Broncos. I think it'll be a great game. I think the Eagles have a lot that they want to get back at the Broncos from their Week 5, I think, matchup, or whenever they played earlier in the season. It was an ugly game that they should have won, but it is what it is. And I think the Eagles beat the Broncos in Super Bowl 60. I didn't even think of a score. Let's go with 35-17. Eagles beating the Broncos in the Super Bowl. We have Jalen Hurts winning Super Bowl MVP as well. That's my thoughts. Book it now. That's the NFL script. Again, if you want to see my full bracket, I will now have it up in this corner of the screen so you guys can see that. I wrote it all out on my iPad. That way I could keep track of the round reshuffling as, like I said before, the NFL does something weird like that. But yeah, go Eagles, fly, go Birds, the whole 9 yards. We're winning the Super Bowl again. I'm delusional, I know. And I know also that I'm very biased. But that is the playoffs that I would like to see. So hopefully it comes true. Let me know down in the comments who you guys think are going to win the Super Bowl. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to call me super biased and wrong. So love to hear that too. Definitely want to know who you think are going to win the Super Bowl. If you guys did like this video, consider leaving a like. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I do my best to post at least 2 new videos every single week. Thank you guys again so much for tuning into today's video. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, it's been your boy Trav. Go Birds, and I'll catch you in another video soon. Later.